I have to say it was pretty challenging with a library of over 700 games to narrow it down to the 60 I consider worth talking about. But I tried to do that. I know that if I didn't at least cover some sports titles with over a third of the library being sports, I know many people would have a problem with that. So with that being said, I'm not a big sports guy, even though I played a lot of sports in my past. These are the games that I would consider still fun to play today. As a collectible and fun to play, Madden 93 Championship Edition. It was like a rental exclusive. It's pretty hard to get now. It is, Madden 93 essentially. It includes the 38 championship teams. A lot of fun. Good stuff. Virtua Racing, early 3D racing game. Again, I think the game came out, it was $100 with a special SVP chip or whatever. And a lot of fun. Just good Virtua Racing. Like, again, not a bad usage of Genesis graphics. Super Baseball 2020. A lot of fun. It's pretty much space robot baseball. A lot of fun. Tecmo Super Bowl. Like I said, I played quite a bit of this version. I know that Nintendo 1 gets a lot of the fame, but not a bad version of it. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Gotta put NBA Jam in there. I mean, NBA Jam is a sports game for people that don't like sports games. A lot of fun. Has to be on the list. So those are just some of the near hundreds of sports titles that I recommend. Couple other oddball collectibles. Mario Lemieux Hockey. This is a sealed copy that came with a hockey puck. Kind of a weird pack-in. Obviously, these don't pop up too often. Okay, this is on here for two reasons. One, Shaq Fu is a terrible, terrible game. But this is a sealed copy that's got his rap CD packed in with it. How awesome is that? That has to be on list. Again, yeah, try to find the Shaq Fu with the Shaq rap CD added in. Terrible, collectible, fun. If you do find it, it should be cheap at least. Alright, Wisdom Tree made 3 of their games for Genesis, and these are much harder to get than the Nintendo ones, especially box complete. Actually, there's the fourth one, I didn't pull it off the shelf, Joshua. There's actually 4. Stand corrected. But anyways, they are much harder to get, and definitely, especially the boxes in good shape. Those paper boxes just get crushed over time. Next up is a series of collectible games that aren't bad at all. They're actually fun, and I forgot to put those in the first list. Haunting, starring Poultry Guy. Amazing game. A lot of fun. Good stuff. The best shooter on the system, Musha. This is on here for a couple reasons. It gets overlooked. It's not necessarily super rare, but dang, is that pin hard to get. Came with this Captain America pin, and you never find it with the game. Anyways, it's on there for that reason. This is kind of a harder game to find. Low production run. Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. I have a sealed copy of it. Pretty nice. Time Killers. Worst fighting game. A very gory arcade game, and then it got converted to a Genesis, and it just did not convert well. Terrible game. It's on here for being a bad game to show your friends. Populous, and kind of a unique strategy game. If you have a classic computer, obviously you'd play it on that, but paper box, pretty hard to get. General Chaos, another cartoony like strategy game, a lot of fun. Alright, what happens when you mix dinosaurs with pinball? You get Dino Land. And again, low production, kind of hard to get, especially box complete. This game often gets overlooked. It's an amazing arcade game and an amazing arcade conversion and gained ground. Recommend it. Forgot to show it in the first 30 games. Okay, for Bizarre, how about an airport simulation game? Well, here you go. Aerobiz Supersonic. And get this. This is one of 2 games. There is an Aerobiz game for Sega Genesis as well. Strider did have a sequel, and no, it wasn't good. Strider Returns is terrible. I definitely recommend it for that reason. Kind of an uncommon educational game, pretty hard to get, is Sesame Street Counting Cafe. You might be able to find this online, but I had a heck of a time tracking down a complete copy. Lawnmower Man, another on the list for just being bad. The movie was awesome, the game is terrible. And there's nothing like converting virtual reality movie into 16-bit terrible graphics game. The other 2 are kind of... I bought these at Funcoland. And one's a terrible shooter called Earth Defense. And the other one is Funny World and Balloon Boy. And again, it's just these are just terrible. It came in, I guess Funcoland got a bunch of them. Anyways, I picked them up, $4 a piece. Definitely an oddity. The case is different. It's a little bit slimmer. Again, just bad all around. Some of the paper box games are getting harder to find complete. This is Doom Troopers, which is a pretty fun little side-scrolling game. But that Inquisition series game card. So to have this complete, you have to have a game card. And man, that card is getting harder to find complete. And I was able to nab one online pretty cheap. But again, that stuff's getting harder to complete. Anything that's loose is going to fall out. Toki Going Ape Spit. That has got to be one of the coolest covers ever. And I know it was, I do believe, an arcade game. Bizarre. A very overlooked RPG. Sorcerer's Kingdom with awesome artwork. And again, pretty hard to get. And I wrap off the list. Again, I did the best I could with the time and memory limitations. The two cardboard box games, one fun to play and one terrible. This is a very late release Genesis game. This came out in '95. And just terrible. I think it's some characters from Eternal Champions. They try to make it into like a side-scrolling like action game, and it's terrible. This game, Skeleton Crew, is isometric, kind of an action game. It's a lot of fun. Really recommend this. 2 players, kind of hard to get. It is a cardboard box. Obviously, I got a good deal on it, but totally recommend it. And that's it. That wraps up Sega, and that will definitely get you started. Thank you very much.